Hi there, and welcome to My.NA Cars, the program where we take you on a motoring journey to see what's a good buy and when to buy. So, my name is Johan Kutsia, and this week we'll have a very interesting episode for you guys. Because of the recent directive by the government not to purchase any new vehicles for state officials, that has put a serious damper on the industry that's already been suffering from years of economic downturn and drought and now disease. So we'll be chatting to Mr. Dylan van Wyk from IJG Securities, and he'll give us some insight on the current climate in the motoring industry and also what we can expect going forward, both as consumers and for businesses. We also then talk to Ms. Selma Kamanya, and she'll tell us about her journey with Shell Namibia and the Shell card, of which she's a spokesmodel. And she really gets into the technical little aspects of why this is such a winning product. We then speak to Lindy Fisher, the project coordinator for My.NA Cars and My.NA Properties, and she'll run us down what this exciting product from NMH has to offer and what are the options available to the customers. When the news broke that government will not be procuring any new vehicles for its officials for the next 5 years, the auto industry held its breath, because after years of drought, an economic downturn that's lasted for longer than we'd like to know, and now COVID-19, it all looks very bleak. We spoke to Mr. Dylan van Wyk, research analyst at IJG Securities, on his views on how the sector could be impacted by all this, and then also what the consumer should think about in the next coming months.
The outlook for Namibian new vehicle sales is not too optimistic. Since early 2016, Namibia has effectively been in recession, and we've seen new vehicle sales decline ever since. The imposition of COVID-19 lockdowns has come at a time where the Namibian economy is already on quite fragile footing. The shock has brought with it a lot of uncertainty, which will likely weigh on vehicle demand going forward. The three major purchasers of vehicles are individuals, corporates, and government. Individuals will likely hold off on making large capital purchases as many people's disposable incomes have been negatively affected, and there's increasing worry about job security as the news of retrenchments has become more prevalent. From the commercial side, we should see a similar trend, as businesses will hold off on spending on big-ticket items until some of this uncertainty passes. The tourism industry, specifically the 4x4 rental market, was a large consumer of new light commercial vehicles. Seeing as global tourism will be depressed for at least the next 12 months, there will likely be low growth in this area. Finally, the government has been implementing fiscal consolidation from 2016. As a result, they have been less active in the new vehicle market for a number of years. In other words, the non-renewal of government fleet should not necessarily lead to materially lower new vehicle sales, but will also not provide the boost the industry desperately needs. We estimate that the 200 million savings amount to roughly 400 vehicles, which is more or less half the number of lost vehicle sales during the lockdown period. A key trend that we have witnessed in the last couple of years has been the substitution to the second-hand market. We expect this trend to continue. With a large number of individuals and corporates experiencing cash flow difficulties, we should see an increase in supply of second-hand vehicles, which should result in lower prices. Thus, consumers looking for a vehicle might find better value in the second-hand market.
Thank you, Mr. van Wyk. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that offers you a bit more insight into the current situation. But yeah, a lot still remains to be seen, and we can only hope for the best and hope that not only this sector does not take too much of a beating, but so many others that people's livelihoods depend on. So now we're joined in studio by the beautiful Selma Kamanya, Miss Namibia 2018, and just all-round personality and revolutionary woman.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Very good to have you, Selma. So firstly, how's lockdown been treating you?
We do what we can to adhere to the safety regulations and precautions that have been given to us. It's very unfortunate times, especially for some, in the more impoverished communities. But like I said, we do what we can and we give where we can and we try to remain positive throughout all of this.
Absolutely, absolutely.
On that note,
Yeah?
is there any sanitizer around?
Ooh, sorry. Very important, very important.
Thank
There you go.
you.
There you go.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, well done. Safety first.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. So Selma, you've been brightening up people's days as they travel across Namibia, especially this weekend. People probably see your face all over the country.
Yeah.
With the Shell Card campaign.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about the Shell Card campaign? How's that relationship been?
Well, the relationship between Vivo Energy Namibia and I, which is like the mother of the Shell Namibia, has been amazing. They're very hospitable people, very professional. They made me feel welcome to the team. And I'm very, very excited to be able to work with them.
Yeah. So with your campaign, you guys focused on a specific product, and that's the Shell Fuel Card.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about that? Because, we all know about fuel cards, but this is a very, very special piece of technology that actually just elevates that experience and helps you control your budgets better.
Exactly. We like to say that the Shell card is the next level of fuel cards. With that being said, just like you mentioned, it has amazing technological advancements that we've never seen before in the fuel industry, which ultimately helps us reduce fuel-related fraud. And with that, I mean, it gives you so much more safety, so much more control, and so much more security over fuel-related spending. So how it works is you get a 3-factor authentication. So basically when you apply for a fuel card, you get a card, and the card obviously has a PIN code. And with that card comes with a driver's tag and a vehicle tag. So the vehicle tag goes on your windshield, as well as you get your driver's tag that you can attach to your keys, and then you also get your card. So what happens is when you go to the service station, the petrol attendant would then have to scan the vehicle tag as well as your driver's tag, and then obviously you give him the card and then punch in the code that you as a business owner and then your driver has the PIN code to. So then what would then happen is after the 3-factor authentication, he puts in his PIN code and then you get a receipt like the normal way, right? But here's the thing, there's an online platform that keeps record of all the Shell cards basically activities. So you as a business owner, if you have a large fleet and you'd like to keep track of where the fuel card has been disposed of, you can log on to the online platform and then see the exact geographical location of where the fuel card has been swiped. You can see exactly how much has been swiped. You can see the time, you can see everything, and you can even use the Shell fuel card inside the service station.
What? So I can get my pizza in or my
chicken in or your
coffee?
Spar Express, all of that. You can utilize a Shell card for that as well.
That's so cool. And I think, for people, especially those going away on a long weekend for now, once we're trying to get the tourism industry going again.
Yes.
So once we start traveling again, just knowing that you've set aside your fuel money, and I mean, if there's some change, you get some snacks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing budgeting tool. I mean, I personally have a Shell card, and there are postpaid and prepaid options. Postpaid is mostly for, the bigger businesses with the larger fleets. But for me, myself, my personal consumption of the card it's so convenient.
Yep.
It's so convenient to know that there's a designated amount of your salary designated towards, fuel, because if you have a car, it's inevitable that you'll need to put fuel in the car. And, apart from being a great budgeting tool, it also has no additional costs. So no swiping fees, no deposit, nothing. So the amount that you put in is the amount that you're able to utilize. Isn't that amazing?
That's really cool. And
Yes.
I mean, for all that technical, budgeting, all the budgeting tools and everything,
Yes.
having that level of convenience and no fees, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Wow. I have a Shell fuel card
Yes.
too, and I've also found that it's really convenient to either just have it in your car, or let's say someone's traveling and, sometimes people might, use buy too much Biltong with the petrol money. Yeah? Now, you just give them the card, opposite job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see whatever goes on in the card and for exactly how much. So it's great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, Selma? What are you looking to do in the near future?
I would just stay tuned to the NMH platforms. You might be seeing me here and there, so stay tuned.
Okay. We like the sound of that. But yeah, Selma Kamanya, always a pleasure having you in studio.
you.
And yeah, nothing but the best, and
Thank
have a
you.
lot of happy kilometers with your Shell fuel card.
Thank you so much.
Boom. Wow, Lindy, wasn't that a very nice interview having Selma in studio today?
Yes, Jochie. She is an amazing woman.
Wow. And you know, I think you know an amazing woman because you are one. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to introduce to you Lindy, our project coordinator for My.NA Cars and My.NA Properties. Over the last year or two, we've been trying to really give the market a one-stop portal for entertainment and business-related news. So Lindy, thank you for joining us in studio.
Thank you so much, Jochie, and thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, you know, My.NA is really how to make these two very important lifestyle factors, your vehicles and your home, or hopefully homes, just trying to make it more personable and look at the soft story behind the hard news. Can you tell us a bit, you know, about these publications?
Okay. Jochie, we have the My.NA Cars that comes out once a month, as well as the My.NA Properties. So this is both print editions and digitally. So we basically run the digital kind. The digital is the live shows that we're doing, like now. So the print editions, we have a lot of different packages that we can offer to the clients. So it just depends on what their needs are.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, if you have a new launch or if you have an exciting new product or service, you give Lindy a shout, you call me, I come by, we have a bit of fun, we go for a test drive, and then we write a very nice comprehensive story, very nice and visual, and that comes in an 8-page supplement. And also then there's space for classified ads and larger ads. Can you tell us also about that?
Yes, we're doing the half pages, we're doing the normal full page ads, and we also have space where we can do editorial content for you.
Yeah.
So whatever you want us to write about, we can also put that into the supplement itself.
Yeah. So whether that's a car, whether that's a financing product, or whether that's, you know, accessories, different services and stuff, anything motor related. And, you know, it's the same for properties. We go in whether you are developing, whether you are planning on developing, or whether you have just built heaven on earth. We will come to you and then just give our wide audience a real in-depth look at your property and how it can enhance their lifestyle. And Lily, also we have a lot of digital offerings where, you know, you could either come on the show or
Yes.
we could go to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can do our live shows. So whenever you have any events, any launches, any type of product that you want to make, that you want our viewers to know about. So basically what we do, you send us an invite, we go to your the dealerships and we do a live Facebook show for you.
And what's cool is, you know, we can interact with your guests. We're there for an hour or 2 or 3, and that piece of media you have forever, and that can be shared widely. So it really has a lot more take-home
Yes.
power than other forms of media. So, Lindy, what?
Sorry. What we also have on our live shows, like the one that we're doing right now, we have L-shaped adverts that you can also run on there. And we have consumer videos that we can do. We have promo videos. So anything that you need us to do, we will definitely be able to do it for you.
And you know, we know it's hard times, and we know that the economies are really, really under strain. But now is the time to go out there, show people your product and your service, and you know, try and stir their creativity, and also so they can see where their budget fits.
Because there's so many different packages that you can choose from, and that deals that we can offer to our clients.
Yeah, so you know, get in touch with us, call Lindy, DM me on social media, and then we can see where we can fit in, because at the end of the day, it's about, you know, providing entertainment, marketing your products, and letting people know about your service. So yeah, Lindy, thanks so much.
Yeah.
And thank you to Vivo Energy Namibia, which of course is the holding company for Shell Namibia, who power My.NA Cars. Thanks again, Lindy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again for joining us for another episode, and we really hope that if you're traveling this long weekend, that you'll do so safely and do the wise choice, fill up with Shell fuels. Till another episode, my name is Johan Kutsia.